Your nervous system changes when your dog sleeps beside you. Most people think that's affection. It may be regulation. When a calm dog rests against your body at night, something begins happening before thought, before meaning, before emotion. Your breathing can slow, your muscles can soften, your system can shift away from alertness. And most people never realize it. They think their dog sleeps beside them because it loves them, because it feels safe, because it wants warmth. And all of that may be true, but there may be something else happening too, something biological, something your body has been responding to without your awareness. Because when two mammals sleep in calm proximity, their nervous systems do not remain separate. They begin exchanging signals. And once you understand those signals, you may never see this ordinary behavior the same way again. Because your dog may not just be sleeping beside you. It may be helping regulate you. Why number 1. Dogs signal safety to the human brain during sleep. An anxious nervous system rarely fully powers down, even in sleep. Part of the body can stay listening, scanning, preparing, holding tension. That's why some people sleep, but never fully rest. The body never receives complete permission to let go. But safety changes that. And safety is not always cognitive. Sometimes it is sensed physically. Presence can be a signal. Warmth can be a signal. Steady breathing can be a signal. And a calm dog sleeping against your body can become one of those signals. To the nervous system, safe proximity matters, especially during vulnerable states. And sleep is one of the most vulnerable states there is. In mammals, rest has always depended on perceived safety. Who is near you? What remains awake? What stays calm beside you? These things matter more than most people realize. A dog pressed beside your legs or resting against your chest can communicate something ancient to the brain. Nothing is wrong. You can soften now, and the body responds, sometimes subtly, sometimes powerfully. Heart rate settles, muscles release, breathing deepens. Not because the dog heals you, but because the nervous system detects less reason to stay guarded. And that can change sleep itself. Not just how long you sleep, but how deeply you surrender to it. Your dog may not simply sleep near you. It may be helping your body believe the night is safe. Why number 2. A dog's breathing can influence your body rhythm. There's something many people feel, but rarely notice consciously. The rhythm of a calm dog. The slow rise of breath. The warmth, the weight beside you, the steadiness. And the body responds to rhythm, constantly. Faster rhythms can elevate alertness. Slower rhythms can lower it. And sometimes, the nervous system begins adjusting to the rhythm nearest to it. Not by intention, by exposure. And this may be part of what happens when a calm dog sleeps beside you. Because the body is always listening, even in rest. Especially in rest. A calm dog's breathing can become more than background sensation. It can become a regulatory cue, a pattern, a signal. And the nervous system often trusts rhythm before it trusts thought. This is why repetitive sounds calm people. Why waves calm people. Why heartbeat sounds calm infants. Rhythm can organize physiology, and a sleeping dog carries rhythm. Slow breath, predictable movement, steady warmth. Sometimes your body begins responding to it without you noticing. Your breathing subtly slows. Your body mirrors stillness. Tension decreases, and something remarkable can happen. Your system may borrow calm from another nervous system. Not metaphorically, physiologically. This is what makes co-regulation so powerful. Calm is not always generated alone. Sometimes it is shared. And many people may be experiencing this night after night, without realizing their dog may be part of it. Sometimes the calm you feel while sleeping is not only your own. Why number 3. Sleeping beside you is more than attachment. Most people interpret this behavior emotionally. My dog sleeps beside me because it loves me, because it's attached, because it wants closeness. And again, That may be true, but attachment may not be the whole story. Because dogs often choose sleep positions with remarkable precision. Against your feet, against your back, against your chest, sometimes pressed directly into your body. Why? Because proximity itself communicates something. Shared regulation, shared vigilance, shared calm in social mammals. Sleeping in proximity has often meant protection. Not just affection, protection, and the body still understands this. Even now. That may be part of why sleeping beside a dog feels different from sleeping alone. Not emotionally different. Physiologically different. Your body may feel less alone. Less responsible for staying alert. And that matters. Especially for nervous systems used to carrying tension. This is why some people sleep more deeply with a dog beside them than they do alone. Not because they're sentimental. Because their physiology may be responding differently. What feels like companionship may also be regulation. Why number 4? Why anxious people may feel this more strongly. People with anxiety often think they are too sensitive, too reactive, too easily overwhelmed. But sensitivity is not only a burden. Sometimes it detects safety faster too. An anxious nervous system is always reading signals, tone, movement, instability, threat, and because it reads so much, it can also recognize calm intensely, sometimes more intensely than others. That may be why some anxious people feel profound calm sleeping near a dog. The system notices the steadiness, the rhythm, the nonverbal reassurance, and responds, sometimes quickly, sometimes deeply, because what is sensitive to danger may also be sensitive to safety. And that changes everything. What if your anxiety does not only make you more reactive? What if it also makes you more able to feel regulation when it is finally present? This may also explain something many people have noticed. Some dogs seem drawn to anxious humans, almost as if they sense something. And perhaps in ways we still don't fully understand. They do, because animals often respond to states more than personalities, to tension, to energy, to regulation. And sometimes the calm dog beside you is not merely comforting distress. It may be responding to it, balancing it, offering something your nervous system has been missing. Not through words, not through intention, through presence. And for an anxious system, that can feel profound. Because safety is often hardest to receive for the people who need it most. And maybe that is why they feel this so strongly. Why number 5? What happens in the brain when you sleep near a dog? Most people imagine this effect begins emotionally. But it may begin much lower, much deeper, in the body, and then move upward. Because when the nervous system shifts, the brain shifts with it. Stress patterns soften. Hypervigilance may lower. Rest states deepen. And this can influence more than sleep itself. It can influence how the brain processes rest and recovery, because sleep is not just unconsciousness. Sleep is repair, integration, regulation, and the quality of safety present during sleep can shape that process. That matters, because a calm nervous system sleeps differently than a guarded one. Dreams can change, depth can change, recovery can change, and over time, even the body's baseline may shift. Subtly, quietly, repeated calm has effects. Repeated regulation has effects. The nervous system learns through repetition. And so does the brain, which means night after night. Your dog may be participating in something much deeper than companionship. A pattern of physiological teaching. Teaching your body how to settle, again and again. Sometimes healing is not dramatic. Sometimes it looks like a sleeping dog pressed against your side, and a nervous system learning rest. Why number 6? Why some dogs press against your body at night. This behavior fascinates people. Because many dogs don't just sleep near you. They lean into you, press into you, touch you, sometimes insistently. Why? Part of it may be instinct, part bonding, part regulation, Because pressure can communicate safety. This exists in mammals broadly. Pressure grounds. Containment soothes. Steady contact regulates. That may be part of why some dogs choose body contact during sleep. Not random contact, contact with function. And what's remarkable is, humans often respond to this instinctively, without analysis. A dog presses against you, and something in the body softens. You don't explain it, you feel it. Because touch can calm the nervous system before thought interprets it. And perhaps dogs know this at levels deeper than cognition. Not as theory, as biology. Which may be why some dogs seem to seek full body contact at night. Almost as if they are helping stabilize the system beside them, and perhaps, sometimes they are. Maybe your dog isn't only choosing closeness. Maybe it is participating in regulation. Why number 7. Why this can lower stress without you noticing. One of the strangest things about regulation is that it often happens quietly, without announcement, without awareness. Sometimes you don't notice stress leaving. You only notice you feel softer. Sleep came easier. Your chest felt lighter. Your thoughts slowed. And you don't know why. Because regulation often feels ordinary while it is happening. That is why people overlook it. But the nervous system does not overlook repetition. Repeated calm matters. Repeated safety matters. Repeated nights of settling beside a calm dog. Maybe teaching the body something. That rest can be trusted. That sleep can soften. That vigilance can loosen. And some of stress reduction may happen there, not in dramatic moments, but in micro shifts, again and again, subtle physiology, quiet learning, and often, those are the changes that last. Because nervous systems do not always change through insight. Sometimes they change through repeated experience. And maybe that is exactly what some dogs offer. Not advice, not therapy, repeated embodied safety. Night after night, until the body begins remembering calm. Why number 8. What your body learns from sleeping beside a calm dog. This may be the deepest part. Because perhaps the greatest effect is not immediate calm, but what the body learns. Over time, from steady exposure, to softness, to rhythm, to shared rest. The nervous system learns by what it lives near. And if what it lives near is calm, that calm can become familiar, less foreign, less fragile, more available. And that matters, because many people do not struggle to understand calm. They struggle to access it. And perhaps a calm dog beside you is quietly teaching access, not through instruction, through repetition, through presence, through living example. A nervous system beside yours, saying, this is how soft can feel. This is how rest can feel. This is how safety can feel. And maybe, that is part of why this behavior feels so meaningful, even when people can't explain why. Because some part of the body recognizes something true in it, something ancient, something regulating, something deeply alive, and perhaps, that is what you have been feeling all along. So maybe when your dog sleeps beside you, it is not just affection, not just habit, not just companionship. It may be something much quieter and much deeper. Two nervous systems sharing calm, and perhaps shaping each other. In ways most people never notice. Animals do this, often silently, without asking to be understood. And maybe that is part of their wisdom. They do not explain regulation. They embody it, and sometimes, they lend it to us. So the next time your dog curls beside you at night, pay attention, not only to what your dog may be seeking from you, but what your body may be receiving from your dog. Because perhaps something meaningful has been happening there all along, quietly, night after night. And if you stayed until the end, thank you for paying attention to the details that truly matter, because often, the most powerful things animals do for us are the things they never say. If this changed how you see your dog, like the video, subscribe to Animal Mindset, and tell me in the comments, Does your dog sleep beside you? And have you ever felt calmer because of it? Thank you for watching.